All right, it's time for my WWE Fastlane 2016 live review. Ah, shit. This show was a fucking doozy, and I mean it. I said it in my preview predictions. I said it in other wrestling shows that I did. That Fastlane 2016, I didn't think could be a bad show. It just couldn't be. There's so much potential with the card on paper. When I looked at this card on paper, I said to myself, you know, the show could actually be pretty decent. Passable, at the least. It's not going to be a show that blows us away, but it would be decent at least. And this show was not decent at least. This show was absolutely terrible. Garbage, doo-doo, and fluff that I'm known from by the WWE. This is supposed to get me hyped up for WrestleMania 32 this year. I'm supposed to be hyped up from WrestleMania 32 after what you did tonight. This show was trash. The only reason why I made it through this show is because of the live Skype call that I did. Thank you for all those who tried to join, who did participate into the live Skype call that I did. That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun, you know, pretty much just like being bored throughout the whole pay-per-view. It made the pay-per-view go by a little bit faster and easier to watch. So I thank all those who pretty much came into the event. That was a lot of fun. You guys were a lot of awesome people. Even if you just tried to get in and you couldn't get in, it was still cool that you guys wanted to come in and check it out and see what was going on. So thank you for that. But on to the card itself, the WWE Fastlane 2016 card. The pre-show match I'm not going to discuss because it was a waste of my time. It didn't really feel like a big-time match. It went by a little bit too quick. Kalisto wins. Lucha, who gives a fuck? But I felt like Fastlane was already going to be starting off bad when I saw that the Divas tag was kicking off the show. Now I get it. The Divas revolution. You want to push the Divas. You want to make the Divas feel like they're a big deal. I understand, WWE, that you're under the belief that you can trust the Divas with an opening match. But here's the problem. This isn't NXT where you built up these Divas as big deals. This is the main fucking roster where the Divas are pretty much still the same boring fluff that we're used to watching. So why is it, WWE, that you are putting on as this is the first match of the night? The first match of the night has to be a high-octane singles match that sets the standards of saying, this is what the pay-per-view is going to be throughout the rest of the show. But instead, you give us a slow plodding pace tag team match. What? Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense whatsoever? Wow. I just messed up on my stream just to check what the comments were saying. But seriously, it's just like, it makes no sense to me why you kick off the show with a slow plodding tag team match. There's no tension, no buildup, no animosity whatsoever. Just a waste of our time. Sasha and Becky win. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Move on. Who cares? Sasha and Becky win. Oh, triple threat at Mania. Whatever. I'm not hyped up for this. This doesn't get me hyped up for me seeing them moving on forward. It was just terrible. And it did set the pace of the show, generic minority. Yeah, it did set the pace. Yeah, you're right. It did set the pace. Because this show was slow and boring throughout. We get Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler. For the umpteenth million time, we're sitting here watching Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler wrestle. Yeah, this was awesome, right? Bunch of random-ass super kicks, lazy-ass wrestling by these two bums. I don't give a fuck what any of y'all want to say about Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler. These two went out there and fucking were lazy. Such laziness by these guys. Bunch of freaking false finishes, high spots for no fucking reason, no build-up, no anticipation. Waste of our time with Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler. It's a waste of time for the Kevin Owens character. It's a waste of time for the Dolph Ziggler character. You could be doing so much more with Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler. I don't think people understand this. You could be doing so much more. And it's just like with Kevin Owens, he's just, once again, like every other mid-card in the WWE, no consequences whatsoever. Who gives a fuck if this guy wins or loses? And Dolph Ziggler, he's like been what he's been throughout his career. Yeah, he'll wrestle for a mid-card match every once in a while, but for the most part, this guy won't do anything else. He'll just wrestle for that mid-card title, and that's okay for him. We're supposed to be sitting here and be behind Dolph Ziggler just because he's going for another mid-card belt. Now, look, I'm not the biggest Dolph Ziggler guy in the world. I'm never going to get behind this man like most people would. But in all honesty, this guy could be so much more for your company. I'm not saying main eventer, but a nice upper guy, a nice guy that can fight for the world title every once in a while. But instead, they make Dolph Ziggler just feel such like a waste of space. Just like they make Kevin Owens feel like a waste of space. It just makes no sense to me. Speaking of waste of space, the Wyatt family. Oh, this one's a doozy. The Wyatt fucking family. Oh my God. I said this in the Skype call, but I said that if I was watching wrestling from month to month, if I was just someone that watched wrestling every month, I didn't watch anything else but wrestling for that 1 month, for the pay-per-views, right? Like, I would think the Wyatt family are really cool. I would actually say, wow, this guy, Bray Wyatt, and his family are really, really cool people. Because the way WWE does the video packages for the Wyatt family, they make the Wyatt family look like they're like the big time stars. They make the Wyatt family feel important, feel like they're the big deal, like you should be afraid of these people. But you know, if you watch the weekly shows, the Wyatt family are just bums. They're just bums. That's what the Wyatt family are on the weekly shows. They're just a bunch of bums. But yet on the monthly pay-per-views for those video packages, oh man, they make the Wyatt family look like stars. And tonight was supposed to be this big old match. This was to set up Bray Wyatt for his big WrestleMania match, because every year, I don't know why, but Bray Wyatt has to have a big time WrestleMania match. It's in his contract somewhere around there. And so pretty much we have this big time matchup for the Wyatt family. This was the match to set up Bray Wyatt's WrestleMania opponent. And the Wyatt family lose to Ryback, Big Show, and Kane. And not only that, this match was garbage in the first place. For whatever reason, the WWE wanted the garbage man to be in this match way too much. Why is the garbage man wrestling so damn much? Why is this piece of trash in the freaking WWE right now? Well, no, being dead serious. Y'all motherfuckers want to hate on Reigns. Y'all motherfuckers want to hate on other wrestlers. But why don't you all hate on the garbage man? This guy is trash. He was being treated like a jobber in this match. And that was the only enjoyment I got from this match, was that garbage man was getting his ass kicked. Dude is trash, straight up and simple. Braun Strowman, trash. And looks like Luke Harper's injured. Great. Now the Wyatt family is just filled with trash people. Literally, that was like one of the most uneventful endings ever. Like, Ryback hits like a freaking AA, like an attitude adjustment. They called it the shell shock. Harper like falls down awkwardly, and Ryback pins him, and that was it? That was it. like, do you guys not understand that was it? Like, shouldn't there be something more? Something epic? I mean, that was it. That's all we got. That was the ending. They did nothing to make the Wyatt family look credible. They made them into bigger bums that they already are. Oh my God. This company doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. They just don't know what they're doing with these guys. The Divas match, Charlotte and Brie. I'll say this. In the beginning, they tried to tell somewhat of a story. The in-ring work of this match was not crisp or clean, but they tried. They tried. I'll give them that. I'll give Brie and Charlotte this. They tried to entertain ourselves in the ring. So there you go. That's all I got to say about the Divas match. They tried. It wasn't a bad match. It wasn't terrible. It was one of the better matches on this show, which is not saying much, but they at least tried. So I got to give them a nice little golf clap here. Good on you, Charlotte and Brie, for trying. But then we get on to the next crap. And I forgot what was the next match. What was the next? Oh, it was AJ and Jericho, where the crowd was sitting on their feet, not giving a shit about this. They were not caring about AJ and Jericho whatsoever. And it was a shame, because AJ and Jericho tried their damnedest to make the crowd care. Now, look, AJ and Jericho, it wasn't the match I think a lot of people were expecting it to be. I think a lot of people were expecting AJ versus Jericho to be some 5-star epic match, and we're going to see a lot of epic moves between these guys. Well, it wasn't that, but it was a solid enough match, a match that I could sit through. It wasn't the cleanest match I've seen out of these two, no. They were botching moves left and right, too. AJ botched the springboard DDT, a move that I was looking forward for him to do in the WWE. He doesn't really do it much anymore, but I was looking forward to it, and he botched that move. A lot of transitions weren't crisp and clean at all. They were just pretty much whatever. But yeah, AJ and Jericho was a fine match. AJ wins. AJ gets the right guy goes over here. Right guy goes over in AJ Styles. That's the right decision at the end of the day. Jericho shakes his hand, and then bam. You're wrong. There were fans chanting throughout the whole match of Chris and AJ. Yeah, AJ Styles and Chris Jericho, they weren't reacting to any of the moves whatsoever, though. They were sitting there wrestling animations going, oh, 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 oh. That's not reacting. They were just chanting. You know, people chant during Cena's matches too. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks. But they weren't reacting as much as you thought they were. They're dead most of the match. They weren't reacting to any of the good spots that Jericho and AJ were doing. At all. But there you go. AJ and Jericho, fine matchup. AJ wins, right guy goes over. But then this is when the pay-per-view starts going down fucking hill. Like it was already at this point where it's just like, oh my God, this pay-per-view is not that good. But it was going downhill. It was like a tumbling weed going downhill. So we get the cutting edge Peep show. One of the most greatest segments in WWE history. Yeah, because the cutting edge and the Peep show were always fused together and called that, right, Michael Cole? And we have Edge and Christian come out, and they call out the New Day, and they make the New Day pretty much, they made the New Day major heels in this. And then all of a sudden, Edge and Christian, out of all the tag teams in the WWE that they bring out of all the tag teams they bring out, they're hyping up not some NXT tag team that fans want to see like Enzo and Cass or, you know, Gable and Jordan. Not some tag team currently in the WWE that's maybe being misused or something. No. Out of all the tag teams WWE hypes up to bring out, they bring out the League of Freaking Nations. Oh my God. They're making it seem like they're turning the League of Nations into faces. Are you kidding me? You're telling me this is what you're hyping up? League of Nations and the New Day? Oh my God. So they have the League of Nations come out, the New Day run away, then later on Edge and Christian run away, and they made the New Day's heels, thus turning the League of Nations face, and then all of a sudden, they like have it where the New Day get one up on the League of Nations because they show their booties and they dance at each other. The fuck did I just watch? Oh man, dude. Oh yeah, I got you guys. Oh, booty, 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 booty. Oh, what the fuck? That's supposed to make me say, oh, that's so funny. Dude, day's boring. Dude, day's boring. Dude, day's boring. The fuck is this shit? You wasted precious time on your pay-per-view to have the New Day just do something stupid like that. Oh, God. And it was all just to hype up Edge and Christian's WWE Network show. Oh, so hyped up for a show that will last 6 episodes on the WWE Network. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Fucking stupid. Then you move on to even more stupid shit. This is WWE 2011 pay-per-view bad. This is as bad as Capital Punishment. You have a random match between Curtis Axel and R-Truth. Oh, so that way we can build up the Golden Truth tag team. Motherfuckers, if you want to build up the Golden Truth tag team, just have the fucking Golden Truth have a backstage segment. Why? Why? Why in the blue hell are you not just having a backstage segment? Why are we having a match? Well, we need to get Curtis Axel over. The Social Outcasts, they're funny. No, the Social Outcasts are a waste of my fucking time. They're fucking stupid. Stupid WWE is stupid. And then we get to the main event. The main event. Lesnar versus Ambrose versus Reigns. Out of all the matches on the show, I was saying to myself, this match can't be bad. They can't be that bad because it's Brock Lesnar, it's Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns. 3 top-of-the-line talent for your company. It can't be that bad. And it wasn't a bad match. Actually, this was probably the best match of the night. Sadly, but it was. You have Brock Lesnar doing the best thing that he ever does. Just suplexes people, give ugly, mean faces. Like, Brock Lesnar's just a stud. I wish I had Brock Lesnar's career. All you have to do is just suplex people. It was a disappointing main event, but doesn't mean that it wasn't the best match of the night. It was. This whole show was disappointing. This whole show was trash, but it doesn't matter. It still was the best match of the night, in my opinion. Whole show was trash, but you have Lesnar doing his thing. You know, just suplexing people, just looking mean, looking bad. Like, that's what you do with Lesnar. You have the right story built in with Reigns and Ambrose and everything like that. You know, they have to double team to take down the Beast. Like, that makes sense. You have Reigns and Ambrose have their little one-on-ones, and then when they notice Lesnar's coming up, bam. But right when I felt the match was getting there, like when Dean Ambrose near the end pulls out the chairs, boom, boom, lays chair shots into both of them and stuff like that, I felt, okay, this match right here is picking up. This is when the match starts to get really, really, really fucking good. And all of a sudden, Roman Reigns comes up out of nowhere and just goes, woo, spears the fuck out of Dean Ambrose. 1, 2, 3, and that was it. Just when your match was picking up, you just sit here and have Reigns just spear Ambrose once and it's all over. It's like, bye. See ya. We got what we wanted. We knew this was going to happen from day one. Lesnar was never going to get pinned in that situation. Dean Ambrose is the newest member of Fall Out Boy because he's always a new fall guy for the WWE, and Roman Reigns wins. We knew this was going to happen. Like, honestly, we knew this was going to happen. Then you got Triple H come out. You have Reigns and Triple H stare down. And it was just at this point I was saying to myself, man, I understand that people are pissed off that Reigns won. And it's like, oh, again, Roman Reigns. Look, I'm a Reigns fan. I don't give a fuck that he won. It's like, seriously, I don't care. At the end of the day, I like the dude. You can't make me not like the dude. You guys can type in the chat all you want or tweet me, you shouldn't like Roman Reigns. Why? Why shouldn't I like Roman Reigns? I'm a fan of his. That's not going to change. But I will say I'm not a fan of just how WWE is making Reigns feel like he's a ghost and making Reigns feel like he's not important. And you guys may be sitting here and scratching your head saying this and saying, Chase, what do you mean? Reigns wasn't a ghost at all. That whole match was carried by Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar. They didn't make Reigns feel like impactful at all. They didn't make Reigns feel like he deserved what he's getting. And that's what my problem is with WWE's booking of Roman Reigns. Because the one time they got Roman Reigns right was when they were in Philadelphia, out of all fucking places. Yeah, imagine that. They actually get Roman Reigns right in Philadelphia. Holy fucking shit. Out of all the fucking places in the world, they get Reigns right in Philadelphia. But what I hate is just how every time there's a match with Roman Reigns features, a big time match and stuff like that, they do everything they can to kind of put Reigns to the side and say, Reigns, you know what? Let's not just try to showcase you. Let's not just try to make you the big deal in this match. Let's just throw you to the side so that way people can get behind Ambrose and Lesnar more. And it's like, that's not what you do with this guy. Do you think John Cena ever succeeded because WWE threw John Cena to the side of matches? No, sometimes matches Cena is the focus. He's the man. That's what made John Cena become the face of the WWE. That's what I don't get, is that the reason with Roman Reigns why he's not successful is because they protect him way too much with some of his booking. And that's the problem. With his matches, they always protect him. There's always an excuse. There's always a reason. He's not John Cena. Now, don't get me twisted here. He's nowhere near John Cena. If you motherfuckers are going to sit here and say he's John Cena, this guy would already be a 6-time world champion. Let's not get it fucking twisted. This guy wouldn't have to go through all the bullshit to become world heavyweight champion. They wouldn't have had Seth Rollins cash in at WrestleMania 31 if it was John fucking Cena. I am tired of the John Cena comparisons to Roman Reigns. John Cena is way worse than Roman Reigns. If this was John Cena, he would have taken that chair shot from Dean Ambrose, done the "you can't see me," throw Dean Ambrose over his shoulders, pick up Brock Lesnar, double AA down, 5-knuckle shuffle from the top rope, STF both of them, and they both be tapping like little fucking bitches. That's the fucking truth. So don't ever compare Cena to fucking Reigns. Don't even compare Reigns to Cena. There are nowhere near fucking comparisons to these two men. And sick and tired of these John Cena comparisons with Roman Reigns. It's ridiculous. It is like you guys don't get it through your thick fucking heads that John Cena and Roman Reigns are not the same fucker. They are not. Sure, Reigns, he has some Cena-like wins, but just believe, if that was a Royal Rumble this past month, John Cena would have won that shit easy. And that's the fucking truth. That is the motherfucking truth. Reigns is not John Cena. And I'm tired of fucking fans saying such nonsense. I am just sick and tired of fans saying that. It is just ridiculous to me that you compare Roman Reigns to John Felix Anthony Cena. Just get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Should Ambrose have won this match? No. Really? Like, do you motherfuckers sitting here really think Dean Ambrose should have won this match? Did you see what Dean Ambrose looked like compared to Brock Lesnar in this match? Did you see, like, yeah, the crowd's behind Dean Ambrose and all. Yeah, what you do, you can get behind anyone you want. You're behind Damian Mizdow at some point, then you gave up on him. What happened? Thought he was your man. Let's go Mizdow. You can get behind whoever you want. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're here to tell a story. WWE's trying to tell a story between Triple H and Roman Reigns. They're not going to throw Dean Ambrose into that story. And it's about damn time that WWE finally, and I mean finally, has a match where Roman Reigns has to sink or fucking swim. This is sink or fucking swim for Roman Reigns at this point. And what I mean by this is that every time Roman Reigns has had somewhat of a big match on a big pay-per-view, a high caliber profile match, there's always something. There's always some screw job. There's always some overprotection. There's always some overbooking shit just to detract a lot from Roman Reigns. And it's finally time Roman Reigns had a match where you either go with him or not. You either go all the way or you don't fucking push this guy anymore. Because whether we want to say about John Cena's career or not, John Cena has sank or swim. John Cena has gone on to freaking do one-on-one matches with Triple H and Shawn Michaels, both in hostile freaking territories. At least they do that with John Cena. We can discredit John Cena all we want, but at least WWE is not afraid to throw John Cena in those one-on-one situations, getting booed out of the building, and they have John Cena win clean or lose clean. Or he doesn't lose clean, let's face it, but they have John Cena win, and they don't give a fuck what the fans think. All right? They done that with Cena. They trust that with John Cena. They don't do that with Reigns. Do you know every time Reigns has a big match, these motherfuckers do everything in the possible way to make sure, oh, it wasn't Reigns' fault why he lost. Oh, it's not just Roman Reigns. Like, every time, they always do something. Reigns wins the title from Ambrose. Okay, you got some momentum there. Now let's have Sheamus cash in. Why? Oh, we want people to still like Roman Reigns more. Feel bad for Roman. Feel bad for the 6'4", good-looking, 265-pound Samoan. Ooh! It just doesn't work. It just doesn't fucking work. So it's about damn time WWE has Reigns sink or swim. See how Reigns does in this hostile environment, because we all fucking know he's getting booed at WrestleMania. We all know that. Let's not try to hide it. Let's not try to spin it. Let's not try to twist it. Triple H is coming in as the biggest babyface of his career. The man that IWC hated for so long. The man that you people fucking hated for so long. He's now your hero. He's now your biggest babyface ever. Praise God. Triple H, he knows what's up. He's got it going on. Can you guys believe it? Triple H is the biggest babyface heading into WrestleMania. The fans, after so many years of bitching about Triple H burying the young talent, never putting anyone over, they're all now fucking behind Triple H. They're all like, Triple H, please be Roman. Oh my God. Ah, the game. Just think about that. The man you motherfuckers say buries a young talent, never puts anyone over. This motherfucker's the #1 babyface headed into WrestleMania 32. Oh, you motherfuckers are hilarious. It's true. You motherfuckers are hilarious sometimes. Anyways, questions. You guys have any questions about WrestleMania 32, WWE Fastlane 2016? What are your thoughts on stuff like that? So, yeah. Philip M6 says, your YWC impression sounds like Dolph Ziggler on crack. It is. Yeah, thank you. Fucking Dolph Ziggler. We watch some. Can you believe that? Triple H is the #1 babyface heading into WrestleMania. He's the #1 babyface heading into WrestleMania. Is Triple H, God himself, the man you guys hate. So you guys got any questions before we wrap this up? Any questions that you guys want me to answer? I think WWE shoot themselves in the foot when Roman lost the Survivor Series to Sheamus. He should have just held the title till right now, says Straight Shooter. I agree 100%. I agree, because then you could have kept Sheamus as Money in the Bank and at least done something with Tim around them. The fans aren't booing him. They're saying Borns, says Paul Tafoya. Yeah, they're just saying a different name for Roman Reigns. They're not booing him. This is all cheers. Everyone's cheering Roman Reigns. Oh, God. The motherfucker you all hate, Triple H. He's the baby. I never realized that, man. I never realized that. Will Roman be booed harder than Cena ever was in WrestleMania 32? That's the question, man. It's up to WWE to tell the story. It's up to the WWE to tell the story and make it where you make Triple H into the #1 heel that we all should be despising, and not the #1 babyface heading into WrestleMania 32. So it's up to them. Hopefully they could do it. Philip M6 asks, should Triple H retain at Mania or should Reigns win? Honestly, at this point in time, they need to sink or swim with Reigns. I think Reigns should win at WrestleMania, mainly because you got to see what you're going to do with this motherfucker. You got to see what this guy can do for you as your quote-unquote top guy. You can't just have this guy keep being protected. You can't. Now, for me personally, Triple H should retain at WrestleMania because I think he would make a better long-term heel champion. And all I know, a lot of people are typing now, like, oh, he should face Seth Rollins afterwards. Please, Triple H ain't dropping the belt to Seth fucking Rollins. Get the fuck out of here. It's only one man that Triple H would drop the belt to, and that's the guy who I was talking about earlier. Oh, who was it? John Felix Anthony Cena. So there you go. But honestly, it's time for you. It's time for WWE to see if this guy's worth it. You can't just have it all the whole damn time. Oh, we're pussyfooting with Reigns. We're pussyfooting with Reigns. No, go all the way. See what the fuck you got. When in doubt, heal him out. You used to do that back in the day. I don't see what's the problem with it. Do you think the WrestleMania 32 main event end with a nut shot? Maybe a crotch chop, but not a nut shot. Philip M6 asked, they were shouting, boo! Ah! Yeah, they're just cheering with Roman Reigns. I don't know what these people are saying. They're booing him. Will Triple H use the shovel at WrestleMania 32? Sledgehammer? Sure. Generic minority. Is there any way to save Roman from the IWC hate? At this point in time, he's dug himself deep there. No, I'm just saying, if this was someone else, Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, any internet darling, oh, these fans would love this storyline. They would be sitting there cocksucking this shit. You know it's true. Don't fucking deny it. Don't fucking if If Cesaro had the same exact booking as Roman fucking Reigns, and I'm using Cesaro as an example because Cesaro and Reigns are very similar as they're both physical, athletic dudes, and they can't talk on the fucking microphone. If you guys think Cesaro can talk, you're on some fucking crack. You're on some fucking crack. That's Cesaro on the microphone. He doesn't know what the hell he's saying at the time. If Cesaro was getting the same exact booking as Roman Reigns, everyone would eat this up. They go, nom, 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 this is awesome. This is great. Like, I give a perfect example of how hypocritical IWC is. Remember AJ Lee and the whole love triangle with Daniel Bryan and CM Punk? Oh, AJ so hot. I love this feud. This feud's awesome. This is a great feud. And then all of a sudden, they do AJ Lee, Cena, and Dolph Ziggler. This feud's stupid. I don't think AJ's that attractive anymore. She's kind of ugly. This sucks. It's stupid. Huh? 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 So, yeah. Who should Brock face? I don't know at this point. I honestly don't know who Brock should face. I don't want to see him face Dean Ambrose. That's a waste of time. Bray Wyatt's kind of dead now. I mean, Wyatt didn't do anything this pay-per-view, so I don't know who Brock should face. And I think that they should find someone hopefully soon. Hopefully someone big time. Do you think the IWC White Knights are man children or real children? Oh, they're man children. They're just men that never knew how to grow up in life. That's just the bottom line when it comes to IWC White Knights. They're just men who never grew up in life. Do you want any other stipulations of the Reigns HHH match, like no DQ or like authority ends? It would help, Dylan. It would help a lot if they had some stipulations like that, because I think it would tell a better story, and I think it would help the match out a little bit more. Aisha Boss, do you think making the feud personal like Triple H versus Orton can probably get the feud over? Maybe a little. They kind of went personal already. Reigns kind of already did a lot to Triple H. It's now time for Triple H to do something to Roman Reigns. So maybe he pedigrees his wife or something. I don't know if they'll go that far, but they have to do something. Is it bad that I kind of miss Seth? I don't want him as world champion immediately, but I enjoyed his corniness. Oh, yeah. Seth Rollins is good. You know, they just fucked up with his world title run. His world title run was just trash. That says nothing about the performer Seth Rollins. It's just that WWE booked his title run to be complete and total ass. Like, they didn't do anything with Seth Rollins as champion. They just made him like into a pathetic heel version, a champion that no one wanted to see, when he should have been more of a vicious, sadistic heel that, yes, he cheats to win, but it's in a sadistic way, kind of like Triple H circa 2002 and stuff like that. I really don't understand people's hate for Roman. Me neither. I don't get it. It's Juan's Gaming. Do you like Roman Reigns? Yes, I like Roman Reigns. Will NXT be better than Mania? No. I don't give a fuck that Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn are going to kill each other, or that Finn Balor and Samoa Joe are having another overrated fucking match. They have Austin Aries getting a big paycheck to wrestle freaking Baron Corbin. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-fucking-doo. No. NXT sometimes can be overrated. That's another thing. Finn Balor is pretty much John Cena, and these guys freaking love him, but hey, John Cena, it's hilarious how hypocritical IWC is. The only way Roman can get over in the IWC is to bang Steph in a live sex show. Yep. The next takeover. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Dylan. I'm just saying I don't think that's a possibility. Like, you know, people are going to say it's going to be better. You know, they're just going to say that. But then WrestleMania happens to get what they want. Like, look at 31. 31, everyone was thinking that show was going to be trash, right? And all of a sudden, you know, you had it where Seth Rollins cashed in, won the world title, and it was the greatest show ever because Seth Rollins won. I mean, that's all they need to do is just have some stupid shit like that happen, and the fans will go home happy. It doesn't matter. Just have one good ending, and then the fans freak out like crazy. So, any more questions do we have for me, or am I good to go on this note? Okay, Ron's title run reminded me of JBL's run in 04 and 05. Oh, Paul to put it, that's way too much of a disrespect to Rollins' title run. That's to JBL's title run. That's such disrespect. That is such disrespect. JBL's title run was great because JBL's character was that he's rich. Seth Rollins' character was supposed to be he was like the next Triple H. Triple H did shit sadistically. Yeah, Finn is Dallas Buck. What would you do with Owens now? IC title ladder match at this point. I don't know what to do with the IC championship. I don't think they can do anything to really make me care about the Intercontinental Championship. So I don't know what to do with it, in all honesty. Maybe just another ladder match, just so that way you can get that one match that fans overrate and overreact to because people are going through ladders. Like, whoop-de-doo. Yes, JBL is a wrestling god. All right, guys. I'm going to head out, actually, for this one. And thank you all for sending in questions. Thank you all for watching this review. Like, honestly, this show sucked. It was a really bad show. And it just shows you that WWE, for all the matches that they can get, for all the shows that they can get really, really high on, they can have shows where they get you really, really low on and make you not excited for the fucking product and make you just say, why do I watch this shit? And make you just want to stop watching altogether. This was one of those shows. This was one of those shows where you're just saying to yourself, man, why am I watching this crap? Because for every little good thing in the WWE, there's about 15, 16 more bad things about the WWE that just frustrates you and make you pull your hair out and say, fuck this show. But at the end of the day, we come back because it's kind of like an addiction. We're addicted to it. We're addicted to, you know, what they can do to us. They have a way of pulling at our heartstrings. I call the WWE like that one best friend you have. You guys are tight. You guys are close. Yeah, he does things that piss you off. Yeah, you do things that piss them off. But hey, at the end of the day, there's still something there. You still can get together and enjoy each other. So even though Fastlane 2016 was really bad and one of those shows that make you embarrassed to be a professional fucking wrestling fan, I'm not done watching. And this is the bottom line when it comes down to it. It's hard to let go of shit. You know, it really is. So Fastlane 2016, terrible show. Do not watch it. Skip it under all circumstances. Like, seriously, not even the main event's worth watching. That's how you know this show is bad. When a main event with Brock Lesnar is considered bad. But just move on from the show and let's see what the build-up to WrestleMania is going to be. Let's see what the main event of WrestleMania is going to be. Let's see what WrestleMania will do for us. Because last year, people were shitting all over WrestleMania 31. Greatest show ever, apparently, like, according to most people. I thought it was a good show, like at least a top 15 Mania, but everyone rated it as the greatest show ever. So you just got to kind of wait and see what is going to happen for the WWE. And I know that sounds like so fucking like, oh, blah, blah, one side, like kind of like wishy-washy from me and stuff like that. But I'm just trying to tell you guys how I truly feel heading into it. Like, that Fastlane was a terrible show. And that, yes, that these next few months of build-up, this few weeks of build-up is probably going to be freaking trash. But there is still some glimmer of hope that maybe WWE pulls the rabbit out of their ass and does something to get us excited. There's still that little glimmer. Because for all the shit WWE piles on us, they always give us a little light at the end of the tunnel. They always do. They always do. So that's all I really got to say about it. Terrible show. Skip it at all costs. Don't watch it. Just watch reviews. Honestly, just watch reviews on Fastlane 2016. That will be much more entertaining than the actual show itself. Thank you all very much for coming in and checking out the show. If you guys like what you saw, hit the subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Share it with people you know and everything like that. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy your day or enjoy your night. Peace.